So,
I've been working outside this past week, and I'm not going out today.
No, yeah. No, like, starting in, like, the next few days, it's just gonna cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Athena comes to Northern Virginia, and then everything gets set on fire.
It be like that.
It really do.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. Everything always changes. How you doing, Eli?
Not too bad. I've been drinking coffee this week, and I usually don't. And dude, I was in the dollar store after just having coffee for the first time in a while, and dude, it was like unbelievable. I was like, oh my god, there's so many little things I could buy and play with. And I was like hopped up on caffeine. It was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Would recommend. I've been showing my niece how to play baseball.
Ooh.
So yeah, been teaching a 6-year-old how to keep her eye on the ball and how to hit. She can kind of chuck it too. Both my niece and nephew have like their whole life been like very talented at throwing things, which is kind of irritating. But also sometimes you're like, wow, that was like right at my face and like kind of a laser. So kind of like, huh, okay, let's try and channel this a little bit. Just try and channel this into something.
Potential talent there.
Yeah, I know. I was like, there's a couple times where it's like every now and then she would like, I'd like pitch the ball to her. She missed. She would go and she would pick up the ball and throw it back to me. And there's a couple times I was like, whoa, girl, like you got like, that was some heat. Like let's do that again. So I know I'm gonna be not a T-ball like dad. I'm gonna be a T-ball uncle, and maybe I'll like scream at the kids and stuff like that. Maybe that's my true calling in life. So,
Screaming at kids?
yeah. Screaming at kids to like take T-ball more seriously. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to be that guy.
You could have gone pro, but look at you now.
I would have gone pro if it weren't for me being really small and not very good at sports. When you think about it, if I was just an entirely different person, I probably could have gone pro. Like, like it's kind of true.
Nah, bro, it's... Dude, like, pro athletes are just... They're so fucking insane. It's kind of like, if you are a pro athlete at any sport, you're kind of a different species of person.
Well, not only do you have to be super athletic, but also, like, because it's so hard to get to the professional level, it's like you're probably an insanely competitive person, too.
That or you want money.
Yeah, but, I mean, dude, you really got, like, you have to have some intrinsic value just to winning.
Not really. Like,
you don't think so?
No,
I don't know.
No, not at all.
Money to be like,
I know, but it's like, well, I know you want money, but it's like, I mean, like if
like 90% of the guys in the NFL hate football. Like, a lot of NFL players do not like playing the game of football. They play the game of football for everything that comes with it, but they don't like football. And they're like, on winning.
Mainly the millions upon millions of dollars they get paid.
Well, that's like top end.
A lot of them,
yeah,
a lot of them don't really make that much money.
Well, yeah, like a lot of them, like the minimum is like $800K a year, which is still like great money.
You're doing better than most people.
Yeah, but like it's like, okay, like it's not enough to like support you for the rest of your life. Like, it's, if you get a second contract in the NFL, then you have generational wealth.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, okay, I go to the NFL, I get this experience, because as soon as you say, I've played in the NFL, you can basically coach anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, you can walk up to, like, any high school, Like most like small colleges would be like, I played in the NFL. Let me coach.
Like you bet.
Let's see here.
hmm
The average NFL salary is 2.8 million.
Yeah, but again, that's
What's the
the
median?
average.
Yeah, it's
What's
the
median?
average.
hmm
The median.
See, the problem as well is the median needs to be like the true is like the median of second contracts versus the median of first contracts. Because if you're a
Probably
first,
huge difference.
oh, it's massive. It's massive. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. Well, it kind of depends. Because
And
certain
then you've got the,
positions,
like, rookie contracts and
but like certain positions are like hyper inflated for their value, but and others are not. Like if you know anything about like football, a running back that came out this year, Ashton Genty, he almost won the Heisman. Dude's a fucking beast, and he was drafted 6th overall by the Raiders. Because he was drafted 6th overall as a running back, he's the second highest paid running back in the NFL, behind Saquon Barkley, who like won the Super Bowl and had the greatest rushing season of all time, and I'll stand by that. But like, you just kind of look around, and you're like, shit, like he's gonna be making a lot. Like no matter what, if you're drafted like in the first like 3 rounds as a running back, that's like the most money you're going to get ever. And then if you're a quarterback and you're drafted in the first round, it's like, oh, you are literally 1/10 of the price of like a top quarterback in the league. Like we can build around you. And then you have someone like Brock Purdy, who like was drafted in like the last pick of the draft, and for years was just like paid peanuts. I think he was paid like $600,000 a year, and he took them to the Super Bowl, and he was still like renting an apartment.
There's a really funny stat line that was like Brock Purdy is like the 34th highest paid quarterback. And it was hilarious because it's like there's 32 teams, so there's one guy, or like there's 2 guys who are like backup quarterbacks who are like getting paid more than him.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous.
It is his contract now.
Oh, he just signed a blockbuster deal,
Yeah,
but he's still not top of the top.
5 year, 2,
Brock Purdy wants to win, so he's like, yeah, I won't be paid the most. I'll be paid like, I think he's like the 8th or 10th highest paid, which is still like, that's more than enough money.
Still an absurd amount of money. But...
Oh yeah, he's set forever now. But don't worry about Big Cock Brock. He's doing well. But do you know who's also doing well?
Juan Soto after getting like $765 million.
No. You are also doing well, Eli. Did you give the recap for us of last session?
I would be honored.
You're doing so well.
Except where's Connor?
He will not be here today because he got scheduled. And no one would take a shift.
I'm gonna shoot that place up, dude.
Bro, like literally,
Okay.
he's taken so many shifts for people, and they're just like, he's like, hey, I really need you guys to take the shift today. They're just like, no.
One shift.
I need 1 shift. No.
That is disastrous.
It's kind of diabolical. So, hi Connor, you're probably watching this right now. We understand. It's diabolical.
All right, Connor, Connor. This recap is for you. All right. We haven't played in a while. Okay. Wait, 525, 522, 6, 8. Was the 8th the last time he played?
The 8th, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, basically, okay. So the first half of it was, we were like finishing up our fight against Jurgen and the other mofo's that were there, and we eventually killed Jurgen. I casted I didn't really cast it. Well, I guess it was. I like casted a giant crow that like ate him and his giant wasp self. We basically did. We looked around the place to search for evidence. Tecton looked at a bookshelf and he saw a bunch of different like molds there, and I believe that they were molds for like antimony. They were trapezoidal wards.
Correct.
Tecton took about 40 of them.
Mhm.
I don't know what we're gonna do with all those, but it was pretty cool. We basically found out like the main, I believe the main point of the plant is for refining antimony into, I said it's like a liquid or gelatinous substance.
Yeah, like a
Or gel, I believe
refined.
you
Yep,
described it.
it was more like a gel-like substance.
And it seems like this gel substance is basically a way to fuel communication both across dimensions and across massive amounts of space. So we're like, huh. It also seems like it could do other things, but that's like, it seems like from what we could see, the main point of it was to power their communication. And so this gel and the wards seemed like they were sort of like the top dogs that Tecton was able to gather. I started looking at the relaxation zone. That was pretty cool. There were sewing letters instead of writing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a little interesting. I took 2 books. And yeah, what else? There were a few other. Oh yeah, so then we basically started looking around. Oh yeah, okay. So we found basically from those books and stuff like that there were other refineries on the rings, just in different locations. And we found out that we are in Erden. I believe the town is Erden, and Dawes on the Prime Ring.
Correct.
So yeah, that's
And you
where we're
didn't
at.
necessarily learn that they were refineries. You learned, like, this is where the gel was being sent, or at least the last 3 deliveries were going to Kaveth on the Prime Ring, Perse on the Titanic Ring in Thalia, the county of Thalia, and Mashad, which is in the Quis Nation on the Dark Ring.
Okay. So yeah, we had that, and then what was after that? So then we were like, we need to see what's in this next room. See if there's anyone there, and I summoned the fly. I wrote in my notes in all caps, ha 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 ha, because it was hilarious to me. So the fly was very loyal to me. He flew through like the keyhole to see if there's anyone there, and he did his job. He came back out. I gave him some food. Yeah, he did good. So we found out this next area is like a little work area, but again, it was, I mean, like a lot of stuff was just like taken out. They were trying to, kind of scorch this place. So we found some gemstones and topaz weapons in the area. We found something called cinnabar.
Yep, like these
That's how you
cinnabar
spell it.
runestones.
Okay, so we found some cinnabar runestones. And then, oh yeah, these gemstones were crazy. These gemstones allow us to do X times the amount of damage for every ally that is next to the enemy.
Well, one of them
And
did that.
sounds. Oh, one of them did that.
Mhm.
Let me change my notes. One of them did that. All right, we'll probably give that to like someone who's crazy and does a lot of damage. So then we started looking a little bit more around this area, and we found that there was a false wall. And this is again after I sent my fly to do a little bit of spy work. And he went out and found this lever. And we went and we pulled this lever, and the false wall went away. And when we went up, we found that we were in a small 1-room schoolhouse, and that this whole time we've been underneath this school. In Erden.
Correct. In Erden. So,
And so that is where we're at.
that is correct. So where we begin is all of you have popped out and are looking around the schoolhouse. What are you guys doing? You heading back inside, closing things up, going out? What's the play?
And can I look around and see, is this like just a normal schoolhouse? Like books, like writing stuff, like nothing out of the ordinary?
Make a physical or mental check. Up to you. I'd say at detriment 1 because
Okay.
you weren't really ever a normal school kid. So you've of course you've been inside a schoolhouse before, but it's not like you've had a typical education.
Yeah. And I'll make a mental check. 1.
1. Off to a great start, Ryan. So, looking around, honestly, it seems pretty normal. There are about 24 desks arrayed in 6 rows in the schoolhouse. Big black chalkboard up on the front. Seems to only be one room as you're kind of looking around. Well, one room and then like a small like back room that seems to have like school supplies in it. There is an entire like wall that's filled with like blank chalkboards, books, things of that nature. About the only thing that like might catch your eye is there's a lot of like blank books in like, kind of like the back room of the schoolhouse. And there are like supplies for the binding and the creation of books, but that's like the only thing that you would see kind of out of the ordinary.
Okay.
So does it look like people actually use this, and it's not just like a front?
Looking about, you would see that there appears to be like heavy traffic. There are like some books that are like kind of messed up and well used. You would even see under like one deskcade some like gum that's been stuck there. So yeah, this appears to be a well used schoolhouse.
Oh, brother.
Like, and even like as you're looking up on the chalkboard, you'd be able to see like the faint outlines where it wasn't like fully erased. It looks like they were learning about like the regions of the Dark Ring the previous day, and they were covering at this point like the Ashai Caliphate.
Um, the device that we have. I'm sorry, Ryan. Did you want to finish what you were looking for?
Oh, I mean, Herman's just gonna go pick up some of the blank books. I mean, he has some suspicions, but
Yeah. But I mean, as you like go up and pick them up, it's like they're like very nice, kind of like bound in like leather. As you flip through pages blank, but paper of a generally high quality.
Is it possible that we could use the boiler to see if there's any demon activity in here? I mean, probably not any demon activity, but like just on the off chance, I guess.
Well, as you go through, Harriman, go ahead and roll a d6 for me. On a 5 or a 6, there's still enough holy water left after like spraying it over Jurgen Bruhl to like try and like get a reading here.
We can save it for something else.
No.
No, you
Okay,
completely sprayed your water gun. Like there's like not any holy water left in it.
yeah. It's like we're out for now.
Well then. Um,
Well, I mean, what we do know, there does seem to be people that came into this school using it as a school while whatever was happening underground was happening. These books look, I don't know, somewhat suspicious.
Did it look like someone was trying to make it look like a real school? That's what I'm worried about.
I mean, it could just be a convenient way for them to hide what they're doing. I mean, who would think to look under a school?
I mean, didn't Jurgen teach you?
Yeah, I mean, can Cade try and make like another investigation to see if he would see any remnants, like anything stylistically that would remind him of Jurgen, or just anything
Oh, this
about what
entire
this?
place reeks of Jurgen's teaching. From chalkboard
Oh.
to textbooks to, even like the arraying of like rows. Like, it's on a smaller scale than when he was a professor, but yeah, like this is incredibly similar. Like if you did not just experience Jurgen below in whatever base lies beneath this schoolhouse, and you were just asked if if Professor Jurgen Bruhl had to teach school children, how would he set it up? It would be just like this.
It seems like my deductive inference is coming to some sort of conclusion here. Okay, well, he's gonna tell everyone that. Kay's gonna relay all that to the group. Yeah, Jurgen has definitely been here. He has definitely been teaching, or he at least set this place up to look like it. I don't know if we could go into the town and ask if any of them know of a Water Ganassi teacher and what he's been up to, but this is, uh, you know, this has been under his watch heavily.
I mean, just a shot in the dark. I mean, there's no better way to hide your illegal operation than making the front as real an operation as possible.
Yeah.
True.
They've been using grimoires. Right? How do you make a bunch of books without being suspected of making a grimoire? School, library, something like that. I'm guessing.
I think so as well, and you can see Kenora has gone and like picked up one of the books and is flipping through them. This is some high quality paper and ink. Like, this is, if I were to try and construct a spell book, I think I'd try to use something like this. It'd be a good hide, but there's so much of it here. Yeah, if it's a front, it's a good front. Definitely something that's harder to find.
Yeah. I mean, the average person wouldn't even be looking out for that kind of stuff. We're only looking out for it because we know what's going on downstairs, and we just fought. Is it a wasp? Call it a wasp. But I don't know.
I do think, though, that at least trying to ask around might be something. Or at the very least, going and picking up some more holy water from a temple or a small shop before we head back or something. I don't much want to head back into Opperlet without a working boiler.
I agree. We also need some rest so we're not bleeding
Yeah.
profusely when we get there.
If we go into town, we should go in quick and get out quick, because we need to rest. We're all still very hurt from the battle.
I don't know if we would go tonight. Besides,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like past midnight. I don't think any shops are open. And I don't know if we're going to get the best results banging on someone's door at 1 a.m. saying, "Hey, that school teacher, do you know him? Yeah, he might be consorting with demons." Or who knows, maybe that is what the people around here would want.
In any case, I think it would draw a lot of alarm if we were to walk in to a town in our condition.
Yeah.
I mean, we know what's up here now, at least. Let's get some rest. Come back in the morning. See what's going on.
I think Kenora would just kind of nod.
Cade will nod along.
Then are you guys heading back down and, I suppose, bunkering down for the night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Then go ahead, head back down, closing the secret passage. Is there anything that you guys would like to do before going to bed? Trying to take a complete rest? If...
Cade would like to, if possible, maybe set up like a. He wants to talk to Harriman, but he doesn't want to arouse any suspicion. He wants it to be a private conversation.
Okay.
So Cade is gonna go off and like maybe just like sort of feign looking through some books, like or some of like the some of the books on the table, or like some of the potions that were on like those stands in the relaxation area. He'll be a little bit further away from everyone else and just say, "Hey Harriman, can you come check this out?"
Yeah, sure. Aaron will kind of like jog over. What am I looking at?
Kind of a lame excuse to talk to you privately.
Oh, yeah, sure. What's up?
When we saw that scarecrow back in Oberlet, and we pulled the face off, and you started freaking out and went unconscious, I touched you. I was just trying to make sure you were okay, but I touched you and I started seeing flashbacks. I started seeing the visions of, well, probably a real past event. I saw you and Bodig and Morrowind all in a mercenary uniform, or even uniform for a mercenary company, and, well, you're in Bospora, you were looking at the guy who had, like, he was the scarecrow, like he was in the dream, or he was in the vision. I just want to know who that is, or, why that's important. Like, why would I see that?
I think Harriman's eyes have gone a little wide.
And Kate's just gonna put his arm out and be like, I don't mean to scare you, and I don't mean to pry, but I mean, maybe it's connected, and maybe it would help us.
Okay. Fine. I mean, what I told you was true. That was one of my old mercenary captains. Locutus Brazor. He was before I joined up with the Ashen Veil, we were all in the mercenary company. Um, I was in charge of navigating Bodig. Well, she was the fighter, and Maudwin was one of our head negotiators as well. Called the Orphans of Bospora. And he ran around helping people, clearing out monsters. There was a village. We couldn't get to it on time. I asked for help, but it's warping. It's weird weather. I couldn't navigate us there. And we arrived, but there were no survivors. It was my fault. I should have gotten us there faster. So I was kicked out. Eventually, Bodig and Maudwin found me. And we came to the Ashen Vale. I don't know if there's any useful information in there. Really matter anyway. It's my fault. And I deserve to be kicked out, so. Sorry, it's fine.
Case is gonna put his arm out and say, or put his arm on Herman's shoulder and say, I'm sorry. I know what it's like to fail. When I was off in school and left my family, they were all happy for me that I was going to chase my dreams. And then I got word one day that there was an accident and all of them are dead. All of them at once. And I don't know what it was really like there, but I can't shake the feeling that maybe if I was there, maybe things would have been different. Probably all failed a lot of times, but, well, hopefully this is a new chance for us to make things right.
Yeah. It might be.
I hope so, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably get some rest.
Yeah.
And as Cade's about to leave and go back to the rest of the group, he's going to look at Harriman one more time and say, Harriman, I know we don't know each other super well, and that all the time we've had together was very action-packed, but I want you to know I'm honored to work with you. And then he's just gonna keep going and go to the rest of the group.
Then, are the two of you turning in then? Getting some rest?
Kate is, at least.
Okay.
Airman's gonna look at Kenora, frown, and then get some rest.
Gotcha. I think Kenora would catch it, and then she'd go and she'd get some rest too. Anything else from any of you?
I had a question about the trapezoidal wards.
Mm-hmm.
Are they each like a specific type of ward, or are they meant to be like pieced together to create an overall one, like puzzle pieces?
Make a mental check.
Okay. Artificer?
Yeah.
Bet. Uh, oh damn. 5?
5. Okay. Looking at them, they can function perfectly well as like personal wards, and they all seem to be like the same like general like insular protecting ward, if you will, kind of like a repulsion ward. But they are modular, so like they tessellate, if you will, the trapezoids coming together, and they can make this infinitely expanding shape. So theoretically, like, you could take these small trapezoids and build a warding mechanism of any size. It's actually kind of an ingenious design, looking at it, Tecton. Like, doesn't matter if you're dealing with a gnome who's 3 feet tall or an ancient dragon that is the size of a city. With enough of these trapezoids, you could ward them both.
Hey. Good to know. And it's just a general protection ward. Like
It repels and repulses, yes. Like,
okay.
that it seems to be like what it is designed to do. So, you know, if an arrow's coming at you, you have this on, stops the arrow.
Got it. Cool.
Anything else?
I'm trying really hard to decide if I fuck with it or not. Do I mess with the demon wards? We'll save that for later. It's fine.
Okay, homie. So,
what's the worst that can happen? You rolled 0 successes again? Come on. What are the odds?
Higher than you would think.
the odds are low, but never 0.
Higher than I am comfortable with.
Alright, anything else then? If not, all of you can go ahead and take a complete rest, as the hours will go ahead and pass. And in the morning, about 8 o'clock, all of you can go ahead and
wake up feeling refreshed, furbished, looking around. No activity in the night, it seems.
To confirm, major injuries don't go away with a complete rest.
Yes.
They're days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've still got time before I get rid of mine.
I only went down 1 health block, so it was only a minor injury. I guess.
Yep. So your injury is gone, Cade.
Tired is gone.
And,
And I Ashen negated my major injury.
Correct.
Oh, lucky you.
I'm sorry, I got dire, I had to.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Half a power score until tomorrow.
You didn't need that.
You don't need those dice.
It's only produced by 1.
But day is here. Guys are still safe from what you can see. What's the plan, Cinco Squad?
We need holy water, and we need
Information.
information. And then we need to come back here and go back to Auberlay.
Yeah.
Is it Auberlay or Auberlet?
Aberlet. It's German,
Aberlet.
not French. But they're very close because it's kind of like the Ardennes region from the wording.
Okay.
Fuck the French.
That's true, though.
The Fae are French. The Titanic ring is not goddamn French.
I'm quoting that.
Awesome.
I put everything I hate on one ring. But are you guys then trying to head out?
Yeah.
Cool. I think Eisen would hang back because he's still asleep.
I think he's afraid of the school too.
A possibility. But you guys go ahead, go out, from behind that secret bookcase. You would hear voices outside as it appears like there are school children waiting outside of the schoolhouse this morning.
Shit.
Can we sneak out a window or something?
Sure.
They'll never see us leave.
Are all of you trying to sneak out a window?
I guess so.
All right, all of you make physical checks.
Wait. Can Cade, cast something or, summon some butterflies maybe just outside of the school so that the children are kind of distracted?
You could do that, yeah. I would say that would give all of you an additional d6 as you just start, summoning butterflies and you hear oohs and ahs from the outside.
Alright, it'll be good enough.
Who for Tipton?
Gotcha. Then, as you all kind of open up a back window and slide out, you see, the children are all looking around for butterflies that have just appeared. For some of you, Cade and probably Harriman as well, as you go out, you would see like there's a dragonborn kid who's like wandering around the back, just kind of looking around, that you have to like hide from. And then all of a sudden, like you summon some more butterflies, Cade, and you can see the dragonborn kid just kind of like opens his mouth and starts eating the butterflies. You can see like another like dragonborn kid like comes around the corner and goes, Martin, no, Mom said not to eat those. And, like the dragonborn kid's still just trying to eat the butterflies. That's his like brother, probably like a year or two older, is trying to like drag him away as he's just playing hungry hippos with the butterflies. But all of you are able to sneak out of the schoolhouse through the window.
Success. Alright, let's go get some holy water.
We'll buy some holy water and learn some information.
Gotcha. Are you like trying to head to a general store? Like some more like specialized building, or like where are you trying to pick up this holy water?
I mean, I honestly prefer to go to a general store just to see if they have any, because then we could buy some other stuff to look less like dangerous adventurers buying holy water.
Then you can certainly do that. Then as you start walking through the town, you would see Erden is a farming community in the quote-unquote deadlands of Dawes. The soil isn't tremendous, but with decades of work and effort, it's gotten better. The people here seem generally friendly, all mix of individuals. So you pass by a tavern or two, textile shop, and eventually you find yourself beneath Miller's General Store. Miller. Miller. You guys head inside?
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Then, as you go ahead, make your way inside the general store, you would see it's got rows and rows of brightly colored shelves painted with orange and yellow paint. Almost has the palette of like a sunrise in the interior of the store. Multiple lanterns hang from the ceiling that are lit with like multicolored fire that gives almost like this iridescent coloring to the inside of the shop. Towards the back of the store, you would see a woman, probably late 30s, auburn hair, kind of brown eyes, flipping through what appears to be like a ledger, like taking notes, it seems. But as you enter in, she kind of perks up.
Oh, hello there. I don't seem to recognize the lot of you, but welcome. My name's Milna. Can I help you with anything today?
Hello, Milna. We're travelers. My name is Harriman.
Okay, to meet you, sir.
We're just looking to stock up a little bit before we head out.
Oh, sure. Well, I do have some food rations. We have spare tents, bedrolls. If you need saddles for horses, we just got a new shipment of those in the other day. What can I get you?
Let me take a look at some of the food rations.
Of course. Is there any particular brand that you're looking for?
What's like a good brand from Bospora?
Go ahead and make a mental check.
This count as recalling a place's history?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. One.
You don't know what's considered like good. You always, because of like your mercenary company, you got Wayfarer's Best, which is not Wayfarer's Best. It's kind of like this like lower middling tier of food. Like good enough for soldiers on the road, but like it is what it is. It's kind of just whatever.
Cool. I guess Herman will be like, frown for a second. I guess. God, I only know Wayfarer's Best.
I mean, sure. I mean, we have, I guess, hearthbound foods here. We also have ironbark provisions if you're wanting to spend a little bit more.
Sure, we can do Ironbark.
Sure, okay. Are you?
No idea what these things are.
What are you? Any dietary restrictions? Ironbark has vegan options.
If we could get some vegetables, that would be wonderful. And Cade is thinking in the back of his head about a potential long-term plan about creating an incredibly powerful warrior in the form of Eisen being fed vegetables. He has a long-term plan to feed Eisen vegetables and turn him into a fearsome warrior.
My goal to introduce Eisen to the food pyramid.
Proper nutrition.
Yes,
Well,
he will have.
So all of Ironbark provisions have vegetables in it. Are you more concerned about fruits as well? Those are a little bit harder to keep, but I think we have some stores of that.
We can focus on the vegetables right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're looking for the lamb, beef, and chicken packs, it would be about 5 silver a ration.
Alright, how much money do we have on us?
We have a lot.
A lot.
How
How much money do you have?
much money do I have?
How poor are you?
Paid. The currency type gold is 0. Well, hopefully that's not right.
Did you not roll your money?
I don't know.
Bro did
Yeah, I
not
could've
roll
put
his money.
He did not. Guess he does not have any money. He's a poor son of a bitch.
Hold on.
It's
Gold.
fine. I have some
didn't-
gold.
Wait. I got a patch of 75. 75
Okay.
gold pieces. That's how much I have. I kept it in my notes. Shout out to. Yeah, shout out to
Note
me.
taking.
Shout out to me.
I just want to give a special shout out, Connor, if you're listening. I want to give a special shout out to me.
Lord.
So,
God.
how much silver is in a gold piece again? Is it
10.
10.
Okay.
Yeah. 10,
Um,
10 copper into a silver, 10 silver into a gold, 10 gold into a platinum.
Okay.
Whoa. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Connor, if you're listening, today's episode is brought to you by Squarespace.
Oh no, we're getting sponsored.
Code Eli to get 15% off your first order. I don't think you don't order it. Sorry. To get 15% off your first website or domain. And, yeah. That's later.
Are you purchasing any rations, though? If so, how many?
Yeah.
I will, to make this look specific, I think we spend like 10 gold on ration. That's what, like
20.
for a couple days. Yeah, 20 rations, a couple days for all of us. That looks pretty normal.
Sure.
No.
Gotcha. Then, guys, go ahead and spend the 20 gold. Who's paying?
I mean, Cade's got a Squarespace sponsorship now.
All right, then Kate is paying.
Alright,
As the 20 like individual like daily packs of rations are placed onto the counter, they're wrapped in like this nice like brown kind of like heavier paper. They have like a little bit of like perfume on them, Cade. Like they're pretty high quality.
Oh, nice, nice.
Good.
There you are. Can I get you anything else?
Yeah, would you know where we'd be able to get some holy water?
Oh, I think I have a bit of it, just for the average person, kind of coming through. How much are you looking for?
Ooh. Question. I need to consult the items tab to see how much. Okay. Minimum 1 cup. Okay. Can I go ahead? Do you have like 3 or 4 cups?
Oh, I think so. I usually sell them by the vial, but I think I can
I
go
can take.
ahead.
We can take it by the vial too, but that's just kind of the measuring system I was thinking in.
Right. Well, if you're wanting to do 3 cups, the vials, and like she goes and like she shows you kind of with her fingers, like they're like small vials, probably for like general like daily rituals, or like if someone is trying to like bless some food quickly on the road or something. Like doesn't have like a ton, but as she's kind of like talking it through, she reaches the point where she's like, I think for those 3 cups I could, it would be like 35 gold pieces to get you that amount.
Man, I hope y'all got a sponsorship.
Sure, I can spend that.
Oh, okay, let me go into the back. Do you want a pitcher for it, or like a jar?
A jar would be good, thank you.
Okay, and like she just goes, she reaches under the counter, like gets basically like a mason jar, and will like head into the back as she starts packaging up your holy water.
Mission failed. We'll get a messed up.
Yeah, we'll take some rations and like a whole priest's worth of holy water.
And your entire stock of holy water.
We won't have to buy holy water for like years.
But like she, after a few minutes, she like comes back out with a jar of like normal seeming water, but has like a little bit of a glow to it when the light hits it. Here you are. So I hate to pry. Is everything all right?
Yes, everything's all right here.
Make a spirit check.
Yes.
Size. Yes, everything's all right here.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. I just think it's funny that no.
There's
Okay.
just demons about. It's okay.
Not anymore. Not here. I'll spend a hero point. Two successes.
Yeah. Then she'll just nod. Okay, well, I knew the price was not market rate. Well, I'll have to change it for the next time. But enjoy your, I suppose, competitively priced holy water.
Thank you. And need anything else, guys?
I mean, you've been such great customers. I did get a shipment of bananas. If they will likely spoil sometime soon, I could throw that in for free for all of you.
So we can
Yes,
take some
please.
bananas.
And like she'll kind of like go to the back and come out with kind of like a bundle of bananas, pass them over to you.
We have bananas. Thank you so much.
About 20 bananas.
Awesome.
That's a lot of bananas.
Well, they're like yellow, like they're like
Awesome.
perfectly ripe, but it's like probably in like the next 2 days they'll probably like start to
Yeah.
go bad, start to brown.
Not a problem.
Fine, Eisen will eat them all.
Yeah.
Hey, Magic Nature Man, make them taste good.
Yeah, no, I can. Bananas are delicious. I can hook you all up with some delicious bananas. Sorry, how many days worth of how many rations did we buy?
20. About 3 days for all of us.
A
minus,
banana
you
for
know.
each ration.
So true.
Gotcha.
All right. Let's leave this poor woman, who we've now convinced to hike her prices up, forever damaging this town.
Gotcha. Then, as you head out of the general store, the bright summer sun is in the air as you feel the warm rays on your face. Matthias, I mean, you've been in the fog and the clouds for so long, and Castle Getterix doesn't really get this type of beautiful weather. But as all of you feel the wind going across the fields of grain, people bustling around, it's just a nice, peaceful town here. You would also probably see at this point, too, children starting to run through the town as all of the shopkeepers and adults are like, "What's going on?" They're like, "School's out. We waited 15 minutes and they did not let us in."
Yes, that's right. We killed the professor.
Oh
Right.
If the demon does not arrive within 15 minutes, we're legally allowed to exercise it.
It's a great point, actually.
Well, people are going to be suspicious, but we're travelers, so we can actually probably take this to our advantage. Be like, is something going on? Like, what are they doing?
Go for it.
I guess I'm gonna walk up to another shopkeeper and be like, "Apologies, we're traveling through. Is that normal that the children just run out in the middle of the school day?"
No, I'm kind of as confused as you are. You can see this orcish fellow who seemingly is selling these salted meats in a stand. It's just kind of looking around at everyone. Yeah, it's not exactly normal, but I don't know, kids these days.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, has the teacher ever not shown up before?
Oh, I mean, he's a fairly new guy. Usually pretty timely. Old big head type moved here to get away from it all. So, not that I know of, hasn't really missed any days, and at the very least, if he has missed something, it's usually covered. Hope nothing bad happened to him.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, huh. All right. Everyone kind of shrug. I mean, I suppose. I don't know.
Why?
Maybe you got sick or something.
Maybe. Well, hopefully it passes quick if it's just a cold or something. I suppose that someone will go and check up on him if he's not back tomorrow.
Sounds good. I mean, we're travelers. We could go check up on him now if you'd like.
No, I'm I'm just a guy on the street, friend, but his house is just over yonder, and he kind of points kind of the northern side of town, and gives you the address. I mean, if you go by there, if, it's empty or something, you can just let people know, or if, give it a knock and see. I think, people will be grateful for it. You might even be able to go and find the mayor, and they might flip you some change for it. Here, at the very least, if you do it, and he's in some trouble, and you're able to get him some help, I'll give each of you an order of Erden sausages on the house.
Oh, that sounds
Well, we
like
can't
a good
turn that
deal.
offer.
Made us an offer we couldn't refuse.
And you can see, like, Kenora will, like, walk up and say, I kind of agree. I'm also hungry. And she's gonna go ahead and, like, pass some silver over, and she's gonna buy an order of, like, these, like, really nice, almost like orange-colored sausages, with kind of, like, meat and spices on them, on sticks, and, like, she just, like, takes 2 of them and starts eating.
What? We didn't really have a great breakfast, and these smell delicious.
They do.
She passes you the other one. Then Harriman.
I will eat this sausage.
Okay.
I think Tecton's gonna buy some too. How much are they each?
Each, it's 3 copper each.
Oh boy. That's really cheap. I only have gold.
You just flip him a gold.
Wow.
Sure. I'll
Just-
throw him a
yeah,
gold for everyone else.
Yeah.
Everyone else can have some.
Right. Yeah, yes. And he just starts, like, cooking like crazy as he put, like, another, like, 2 sausages on his little grill at his stand to try to, like, start getting them ready. And then he's just give him the gold. He's like, and he just starts throwing everything possible on the grill. Like, he's even, like, taking meat out of it, like, he's spicing it at the stand. Like, he's just going crazy. I'm sorry, give me a second. Shit, damn it. And, like, flames burst up.
Take your time. Take your time.
Right. And he, like, goes ahead, like, he's just working overtime. You can see he, like, goes down below his, like, little grill. He ramps up the heat, throwing some more charcoal on it. So the flames rise up. He's just cooking like a madman now. As you've ordered a lot of sausages. So, yeah, 'cause it's 40, yeah, you ordered 40 sausages.
Okay, I'll tell him that these could, so there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4 of us?
5 with Kenora, yeah.
5 with Kenora. So we'll take 10 of them and give a few to Eisen when we get back.
Okay, so you're putting like 30 on hold?
And then the 30 will be, because I'm assuming he hasn't gotten through all of them. I'd stop him before
Okay, yeah.
he starts cooking all of them. And I just leave the rest for whoever comes after.
Okay. Hey, everybody! Free sausages from the newcomers! What's your name?
Anonymous donation. Let's go.
That's not suspicious at all! Hey, some anonymous donator donated the sausages, and you can see everyone's just looking around, and you can see school children just start prancing up to the stand, like chanting for breakfast sausages on a stick.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yep, and I'm walking away eating a sausage.
Okay. You take your 10, you just leave kind of a maddening scene behind you. But are you heading to Jurgen Bruhl's house?
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, this economy's not going to recover.
We have destroyed this local economy. Erden will never recover.
Fucking Mansa Musa over here, just dropping gold.
Hey, man. I only have 374 left.
For real? Oh
I'm
my
not that rich.
I'm not that rich, he says.
The 1%.
Oh my gosh. Well, this point, as you kind of like make your way through town, is there anything you're doing or talking about as you make your way to Bruhl's abode?
Eating sausage.
You know what? That's fair, Chris. Kind of expected it, but you know what? It's good. It's good.
How many of these should we save for Eisen?
However many we can save.
Because there's one for each of us. And then there's
And,
5
like-
extra.
You'll take 5 for Eisen, let's be real here.
Okay, that's fair.
Right, but as you are wolfing down these sausages, they're actually like very good. Like the concoction of spices is interesting, and you would actually, Cade, with your more, we'll call it advanced high class palate, you detect like a little bit of like nutmeg in the sausage, which like you didn't think would initially like go with it, but it adds something to like the meat and the texture and the flavor, and you're like, yeah, this is nice. This is nice. It combines with the sage in it really well. This guy can make a nice sausage.
Dude, I gotta be honest, I feel like I'm so jaded now because just hearing that, I'm immediately like, dude, that guy's like a demon and he infused like stuff into the sausage and I'm gonna be possessed. Like I can't take good news in discussions now. Now I'm just like, oh my god, this guy's gonna like try and kill us in a second or something. Like,
Not everyone is out to get you, Cade.
I know, dude, but I have like just hearing that, I immediately am like, oh my god, like, who are we gonna have to fight now in this poor town?
Here, free food. Cade just shoots the guy dead. He was gonna kill me.
So,
Just
Don't worry,
need to
since
make
he was human.
so does Cade automatically get the paranoid power?
Shit, he should.
Yeah.
Just because Eli is paranoid?
Eli would go crazy with the paranoid power. But at this point, you would go outside of like this normal-looking 2-story cottage at the edge of Erden. There's like a small pear tree growing outside on the yard, and on like this small mailbox, it says Jurgen Bruhl.
You can try and change his identity. Alright.
I mean, why would you need to?
He's an acclaimed college professor.
It's true.
And like as you look at it, it seems like the house is of course empty. Like just sitting there on a nice summer day, kind of mid-morning.
Well, guys, let's go see if we can find him.
Yeah.
In hell. No.
No, he didn't go there.
Yeah.
So, are you trying to break in?
We'll make a show of knocking first.
You'll make a show of knocking, of course, of course. And
We have to be civilized.
and of course, there's no response.
That's weird.
I
So
think Kenora would like act and be like,
This is so weird. Knock, knock, knock. Is there anybody home?
It's like she peeks at the window.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to look inside.
I think you might be right. I mean, we can't let anything happen to this poor man. Like, what if there's something wrong?
So
We have
true.
gas leak in this house. We need to get in there.
You're so right.
And she takes her metal arm and she punches the door off its hinges.
Good job. This will help us respond faster.
I know. It could be a state of emergency.
Like, and you guys are talking, the street's fucking empty. There's no one around.
Yeah,
We're all distracted by the
there's no real
sausages.
need to be that secret.
All right, let's go inside.
Hey man, you can never be too careful.
Gotcha. Then, as you head inside, you enter, like, a normal seeming cottage. There's a den, small kitchen. Seems to be like a guest room on the first level as well, as you guys just mosey on in. I think Kenora would just, like, very, like, gently, like, place the door, like, back in the frame. And then she, like, reach into her bag. She's got, like, a hammer and nails, and she's just gonna, like, nail the door back to the frame.
Here we are.
Well, let's search around, see what we can find. It's gotta have like a study in here, probably.
As you're looking around, no study on the first floor. If you go to the second floor, there'd be 2 bedrooms and a study up there as well. Are you guys just looking through for anything in particular?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm probably not looking at anything in particular. Maybe like a personal journal. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've probably like flipped through what books he has, or if he has like. I mean, I guess I want to look especially for like what he has been writing.
Then go ahead and make a physical or mental check.
Well, if I have to make a mental check, I guess I can make that work. Alright. No, okay. Where is the foundry? Okay, there it is. Well, CS question mark 4 doesn't really help. But that was 1 success.
1 success.
Kinda terrible. I'm gonna use 1 hero point here.
Okay.
And reroll 1. Yeah. Okay. 1 success. Then, if anybody else would like to take a look, please do so.
Yeah, as you're looking around, you head like into the study, Cade, and looking around. It seems like everything in the study that you're finding right now is like lesson plans. Like, it seems like next he is getting ready to start teaching the kids like basic chemistry, like acid and bases. He was going to do like a baking soda volcano with them. He also had plans for like spelling for like the collective common language. Also trying to weave in some Dwarvish and Elvish words to kind of like further their education. Like he actually like seemed to be putting some genuine time and effort into this education plan.
Just like the demon worshiper he is. Alright.
I mean, I guess on the off chance there is something, I'll take a look through his desk and see if there's any like hidden compartments or anything.
Cool. You can make a physical check at benefit 1.
Okay. . 2 successes.
2 successes. Then as you're looking through, like trying to see if there's any hidden compartments, kind of you reach into a drawer, nothing, top of the desk, nothing, go to the bottom of the desk, click. And as you feel around, you unearth a secret compartment on the bottom of the desk. Are you pulling its contents out?
Very carefully, trying not to I'll grab like a cloth, just in
Gotcha.
case there's like anything.
Then
Date.
yeah, there are a few things that you would find then. You would find, firstly, a platinum key. Secondly, you would find 2 letters. One opened, one closed. And thirdly, you would find a book. Which one do you want to examine first? Which grouping?
I guess we'll start with the key. I'm assuming it's just looks like a platinum key to something.
Yep, a platinum key with 21 teeth along its side. Like the
Okay.
like the metal teeth of the key, not actual human teeth, I should specify.
Good
Yes,
specification.
we have to specify this.
Then I will put the key away and I will look at the letters.
The letters, okay. There is the opened letter, which is to Jurgen Bruhl from Marisa Barbarossa. Your grandmother, Matthias.
Grandmama?
Grandmama.
That is indeed my grandma.
That's a problem.
Are you reading the letter, Harriman?
It's probably nothing.
Yeah, I'll read
Keep
it.
going.
Okay. It sounds like a friendly letter, where Marisa asks how Jurgen's been doing, how his studies have been, if he's liking Erden. And the letter also seems to imply, that she sent him money in the past, and she asks him if he needs any more money now to support his interests and his hobbies. And it just seems like a warm letter from a friend.
Well, I know where you got the money from.
And then the second letter seems to be one from Jurgen to Marisa that he has not sent yet, and is currently closed.
I'll go ahead and open that as well. Look.
Gotcha. Jurgen's letter, again, is very cordial tone, saying that he likes Erden, likes the people around, and as he's writing, he thanks Marisa for her years of generosity. Then he goes on and he says that he's sorry as well that she's experiencing difficulty with Richard and Erica. Unfortunately, some children never grow up, he writes. But Jurgen will ask the congregation if they can send someone to deal with them, like they did the others who strayed from the path. He tries to give her hope, though, Harriman, saying that there's a good chance that they can do something, though. Lif was a tremendous success. And as you see that sentence, your hometown was a tremendous success. And as you keep reading, he also writes that his work with Arcadian has earned him favor and powers beyond what she could believe, and that he thinks he'll be able to take care of their collective problem. Then gives his warmest regards, and the letter ends.
German kind of drops the letter.
I think all of you would see, like, Harriman's just kind of go into a state of, like, kind of like shock. Harriman, go ahead and make a spirit save for me, please.
Two successes.
All around the room, for just a moment, all of you see, like, random pens, pieces of paper, books just start to, like, float in the air, twitching, almost like rattling, as if they were being violently shaken as Harriman, all these emotions are running through you. And then you just kind of, like, calm down, and you would see Tecton as, like, all of those lifted objects begin to descend once more.
Okay.
Was that letter being read out loud?
Was
I mean,
it him?
Herman was probably reading it quietly, but he has dropped the letter. He's not moving to pick it back up.
Cade's gonna like pick it up and like just look through it real quick and be like, "Oh, my name's in here." Okay. Does anyone else know anything about the names in this letter? And he'll kind of show it around.
Matthias would take a look, and kind of with some surprise, he would say, that that's my grandma, Marissa.
Okay, so then he's gonna look back towards Harriman and say, "Uh, what was concerning to you, Harriman? Well, aside from all the demon stuff, probably."
If that was my home. These bastards killed my family. Everyone. I think some of the odds just begin to float again as Harriman gets angrier.
I think this moment, Honora would come over. She'd just place a hand on your shoulder, Harriman. It's all right. They're gonna pay for what they've done. I promise we're gonna help.
All I've ever wanted is to stop them.
Well,
Keep them from hurting more people.
Look at it this way. You did that. You did that last night. You didn't even know you were doing it, so that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And at least we know where some of them are likely. We've infiltrated what they've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
Well, I guess, Cade, you made Jurgen eat his words a bit. I wouldn't call his work with you a tremendous success, considering you fucking killed him.
Yeah, I did. Just wish I knew what the letter was about.
Yeah.
And Kate just wants to look, and all it said was that his work with Arcadian has brought him great favor.
Yep. Great favor and powers.
Huh. Okay.
All of these names. Who are these last two?
Yeah, who's Richard and Erica?
I asked you know.
Those are my parents.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
All right. Seems like Jurgen's touched just about all of us then. Well, biased not to pry, but it would be great if we knew a little bit more about this letter. Can you tell us about your parents?
I mean, there's not much to say. I grew up on a farm with my parents.
That's it.
You don't know about any demon conspiracies? Any.
Anything weird ever happen?
Well, I think I would know if any demons showed up with my parents.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, as far as I can tell, there was nothing weird about my parents or my childhood.
And your grandmother?
um, she doesn't talk much. I mean, she lived through the all the wars that happened before us.
Did you ever meet her?
My grandma? I mean, yeah, she lived on the farm with us. But like I said, she never really talked that much.
How nice was this farm?
I don't know, it's a farm.
I'm just
It's-
asking because if your grandma had money, I didn't know if it was a tricked out farm or something.
I mean, I'd say it's about average. Grew up working it with my siblings.
Matthias, are you the oldest, the youngest?
No, I'm the fourth.
Huh.
Are you the only one who was born as a crystal?
Out of my siblings, yeah. Both of my parents were Aether Souls. I'm not sure what any of this means. I wish I could just go back home and talk to them.
I mean, with everything I have here, it might not be a bad idea to see what's going on there. Not just you, all of us.
Well, seems like there might be a bit more to each of us than meets the eye. Well,
Yeah, I could have told you that, Cade, from the first second you walked in to the Ashen Vale.
I know. Maybe I was hoping it wasn't true.
What's that book you got, Harriman?
Let's take a look.
Gotcha. As Harriman kind of like pulls up the book to look at it, what's your reaction, Tecton, as you see the mystery book?
Like the one that I had?
The one that was sent to you.
Telling Harriman, put that down, please.
As like you look at this, it seems like just a jet black book, no distinct markings, like this fine leather on it, Tecton, but you see no other details. Harriman, the rest of you would see this book, a beginner's field guide to entomology. Red book, kind of worn around the edges, and also like a small plate pressed into the bottom left side of the cover. It says, property of Raymond Shivo and the Shivo Interplanar Library and Research Offices.
I guess hearing Tecton sound panicked, he'll put it down, then I'll look at Tecton and be like, okay, are you okay? Because this just looks like a beginner's guide to entomology.
You don't see the black book right there with no markings on it?
No, this is a red book.
Okay. That's the book that got sent to me. The one of two grimoires.
So you see a black book, but we're seeing a red book?
I mean, can I look at it closer?
Sure.
Yeah.
As you go, are you like picking up, inspecting it?
I'm not touching it, but I'll look at it.
Gotcha. I mean, from the outside, just seems to be a generic, like, black cover. Like, no red on it anywhere. Like, no words or anything. Just that black, nondescript book.
So Cade probably like recognizes this book because he probably read a book just like it, like a beginner's field guide to entomology. That's probably something Cade read at some point.
Yeah, you absolutely did read this book. You're pretty sure you read this exact book.
Yeah, so I mean, Cade's just gonna like, he's just gonna like reach forward and say like, I mean, technically this is just a, I mean, it's what the title says, beginner's field guide to entomology. I probably read this book, and he's just gonna
Who's
sort of like
grabbing his
reach
hand?
for it.
Okay.
He would stop you.
Uh,
I don't know what you guys are seeing, but this is the book that was sent to me that reacted with the other one that I found. It turned my house into a hellscape.
Cade just wants to look at a closer. Would he be able to tell if this actually was just like the exact copy that he read? That like maybe Jurgen gave to him one time as like one of his beginner classes. Like he wants to, did he like make any markings on it or?
Looking at it, it doesn't seem to be like the exact copy. Jurgen had a bunch of copies of this book that he distributed to students. He would never let you. Jurgen was actually a very good professor. He wouldn't actually let you pay for textbooks. Like he just had like a stock that he would lend out to students when they would take a class of his. So it's probably not the exact version of the book.
All right.
There's an easy way to test this. I'll pull out the boiler.
Okay. You loading it up with your mason jar?
Yep.
Okay.
This thing is grimoire. Should react, right?
Feasibly, yes.
Okay. I will use the Jindosh boiler on this book.
Gotcha. Then as you go ahead, utilize the Jindosh boiler. You wait a moment, and the water begins to boil. As you go ahead and you take a reading of this, like on the boiler scale for however much holy water is evaporated, this is a 7 on the Ferox scale.
Okay. Okay. Lesser then. But yeah, definitely. Demonic in nature. Okay. Secure this grimoire or this book and move it from this town.
Yeah. I would love to see what this key goes to.
Yeah.
One for a safe? Or a treasure
Potentially.
box? Or a door?
Something.
Gotcha. Where are you looking then?
Any paintings on the walls?
There are a few paintings on the walls, yeah.
Dude, what if
Look
he hit
behind
us with the
the painting.
classic? Dude, if he hit us with the classic, I wouldn't even be mad. Nothing behind a painting.
You check behind all the paintings in the study. Nothing behind them you can see.
Yeah.
Let's just check every room. If there's something here.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. If these first two items were that weird, there's probably something real weird that needs to be removed from this town behind that door. I think we need to look carefully.
I agree.
Anyone have a platinum detector that could perhaps locate where this other thing is? Kate is going to not so subtly look at Tecton and say, "Is that something we can make? Is that something you know how to do?"
That is
Platinum detector.
that is a really specific thing you're asking for, and I don't know if I can make that in a reasonable amount of time.
Don't have it on you then. Interesting. All right, well, time to get looking.
Gotcha. Then, of course, there are 3 rooms upstairs: the study, the kind of like master bedroom, then like a guest bedroom up here. Then there's a guest bedroom downstairs, the kitchen, the den.
No basement.
None that you can find.
If there was an animal that could smell metal,
A human can smell metal, technically.
well, you know, a better sense of smell than.
Yeah, I mean there are animals that have better senses of smell.
Yeah, but I can't. Well, I would need to be able to create one, and not just be able to cast it. So I would probably, because the cast only do like damage, so it would need to be small enough that I could create it with the druidic magic.
Mm-hmm.
Butterflies.
Rats.
Okay, well, let's create another harmless natural effect at your game master's discretion, and it includes butterflies and fireflies. If you ask me, all right, Colin, which of your rats has the best sense of smell? Can I in-game insert? Can we do a Helmuth self-insert into the rings? Or can I just bring him into the game?
You want to summon my actual rat, tell me, into the
Go
game?
back.
What if he actually disappeared in real life?
If you die in the game, you die in real life. Oh god.
Here, let me just go get him. Sit him down. He'll sniff my notes. But no, you could summon a white and gray rat with a little pink nose.
Yes. All right.
Thump.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to talk to the rat.
Okay.
I'm going to show him the key. And I'm going to say, if you can smell, or if you can try and find what this key might go to, that would be great. And I'll give you a little treat. We got lots of goodies from the store.
Oh, wow. Okay. And he kind of looks around, sniffs a bit. Okay.
All right. We're gonna get looking while he gets to looking.
Well, wait, I found it.
Really? Wow.
I got a trail. What with the key that you got there?
Okay. Can you show me, please?
Where's the treat?
All right. So Cade's gonna go, and he's gonna go look through his rations. And,
Okay.
Is there anything in particular that you think that that kind of fake Helmuth likes
Apples.
in there? Apples. Ooh. Mm-mm. And this is going to be a particularly decadent apple. I
Mm-hmm.
think. It's going to enhance the flavor of it, and he is going to give him an apple. Give him a little apple slice.
Yeah. As you give the apple slice, he's just gonna like take it with his little hands, just start like eating it. And he's not moving until he's done with his apple slice.
All right. Well,
But-
we got time.
As you guys just watch as this summoned rat eats an apple slice, standing around in a circle.
Like,
So for those of us that don't speak rat.
Well, I'm speaking English to it, I think, or common to it.
But
I just-
they're not hearing what he's saying.
All right. He says he found a trail. He wants to finish his apple first, and then he'll show us.
And eventually, when he's done, you can see like this kind of like fat rat at this point begins to make my God, Ryan.
Yeah.
As this rat goes ahead and waddles into the upstairs guest room, kind of like sits down on the floor. It's in here.
All right.
All right. Well, the rat says so.
Cool.
Search the room. Be careful for traps.
Gotcha. Who then is searching? Is it all of you?
I think so.
Probably.
All right. Then I would like one primary searcher. Who's up for
Maybe
it?
a physical or a mental check.
One or the other.
Oh, okay. Who's got the highest one of those?
I mean, I can do a
Six.
6 mental.
Yeah. But
I have 4 mental.
Dice, what's your physical?
My physical is 5.
Okay, so either Harriman or
That's kind of
Cade.
cute. We both have 6 mental. Well, I have 5 mental, and then I have an extra dice.
I guess I can roll if people want me to.
Like I said, one or the other, so it's either going to be physical or mental.
I mean, my roll is mine's kind of ass. My last roll, so I kind of want someone else to do it. I got like 1 success.
Go for it, Harriman. I got the hero points for you.
Okay.
All right. Well, Harriman, since this is going to be a check more akin to the searching for small objects and traps and things of that nature, I'd like you to make a physical check with an extra 3d6 because Matthias, Tecton, and Cade will be helping.
Okay. Let's roll.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy. It's fine. I have 5 hero points. Oh, okay.
1.
Well, as you go through, you find that like kind of the bed in this area is like well worn, older looking, kind of like stands out from the rest of the room. And as you're moving through, like you're reaching like underneath of the frame itself, and you feel like a wire running underneath this area, and you kind of like stop in that moment. This is definitely a trapped object, and you know that there's probably something to do with it, as you haven't found any traces anywhere else in the room, but you don't know where like the keyhole would be. And at this point, Cade, you can see the rat would look up at you. I could find it.
For another apple slice,
2.
you work a hard bargain.
I know.
And he's going to he's gonna give him 2 apple slices. It'll make him tasty. And in his head, he's gonna be like, the fly was a little bit easier to deal with, but that's okay. I like this rat anyway.
Then he watches this rat, consumes apple slice number 2, and then moves on to apple slice number 3, and then will like momentarily fall asleep. And then he's gonna like wake himself back up, continue eating the apple slice. After that's done, going to look around. He's gonna go and like hop into the bed, sniffing around, You don't want him to roll low on this d6.
Oh no.
Boom! There's an
Can I give him a
explosion!
hero point? Can I give him a hero point? Can I give him a hero point?
No! There's an explosion of fire from the bed! And the trap goes off! Since you guys are like far enough back, it's only gonna be 15 points of magical fire damage to all of you. It's like the bed and like the room is like smoking. He touched a tripwire.
Lord. Well,
Take that on stamina.
I'll stamina.
stamina.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm assuming the bed is gone.
The bed, like as like you look around, it still seems actually relatively normal. Like the wood is like a little singed, but it's actually kind of consistent with the wearing pattern that Harriman found.
Ah.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this might just be like the bridge that we found earlier that just like went back to normal right after exploding.
You could take a hero point for that.
Cool.
Connections.
Wow.
Wow.
Can
That
I-
basically means that this just totally, if there is a connection there, then probably means this is gonna reset, and yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Can I like? I'm assuming I could use something like a mirror, like find something that could work as a little handheld mirror
You could, yeah.
to try and like look under the bed for a keyhole or something.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I would like to try.
Gotcha. As you're looking under the bed for keyhole, go ahead and make a physical check at benefit 1.
Physical benefit 1 is good. We like benefit. We love benefit. 1 hero point to reroll 1. 3 successes.
3 successes. Then as you go ahead and you use the mirror, you can see there is an absolute spider web of like wires and runes and like these small little like floating marbles of light in the air. You're like, oh my god, it's like a magical minefield under there. But in the middle of all of it, there's a keyhole.
Huh. So, hey Harriman.
Yeah.
How dexterous are you with your telekinesis?
Normally, I'm pretty dexterous.
Cool. Do we want to try and float the key under there without touching the traps?
It's like Operation.
I can attempt to find you a good path with Cade like we did before.
Sure, if you want to try and find me a good path, I should be able to get the key over there, as long as there's enough room for me to maneuver it through
Cool.
this minefield.
Cade, do you wish to help me create a path for our dear
I would
friend?
be honored. Be honored.
Fantastic. Can we try and plot a course through the traps?
You plot the optimum course through the traps.
Fantastic. Go for it.
Okay! I'll be using some Scion points, and I'm just going to be like, okay.
Okay. You picking up the key?
Yep.
Are you floating it underneath?
Yep.
Gotcha. Then as you're kind of like watching through a hand mirror, you and Tecton, you see as like the key begins to like approach the minefield, the traps start to turn off on their own if you
Of
have
course,
the key.
Brother.
Because it's the key. He didn't want to blow himself up.
Okay.
So like you just straight line it directly. Or I mean, you could. Would Harriman still go on the expert path that Cade
work
and
so
Tech
hard on
devised?
that.
Like they really did a great job on it. Is the
They
thing.
work so hard on it, so I'll follow it.
Okay, yes, as you do, you watch as like all the traps are just like moving aside and like shutting off. You go through the path. I'm not sure if this is more salt in the wound or less.
I tried.
But yeah, you can ka-chink, slot the platinum key into the keyhole, and as you twist and turn, you watch as all the traps kind of deactivate. And the bed's surface begins to shimmer and turns into a staircase downward.
Of course.
The basement.
It's a basement.
He's a basement.
Whoever's got the key, go first.
Yeah, I got you.
Hold it out in front of you.
Gotcha. So, as you go ahead and make your way down, you walk maybe 20 steps down, the party behind, and as you make it to the bottom, you find a strange room. On the left and right sides of this room, there are maps of Arbalete. Looking at them, like, they chart movements of some kind. The exact movement, like, you're not really sure. But, like, they're potential routes of some kind. Like, of someone or something traveling. And you can see, like, Jurgen has written on some of them, where did she go? Food, ? Water, ? Like, circled some areas and has written down best places for evasion. Looking at it, like, you're a navigator, Harriman. So he's definitely tracking the route of someone or something. But a lot of it ties back to one particular location. That location, as you kind of look through, is like this small little mine, like on the map, kind of on the edge of the Lawn River, and it's notated as the Antimony Mine. And like all the tracks and trails seem to lead to and from this mine that Jurgen was kind of like tracking. And like there seems to have been at some point other things on these walls that have since been torn down, but now it seemingly is all about tracking this thing. You would also notice that there are some like equations drawn on the maps. Harriman, Tecton, and Cade can all make mental checks. You can make your mental check, Tecton, at benefit 1.
And if there are calculations involved, does that mean I could use scientists to try and decipher them?
You could.
Alright.
Artificer or no?
Artificer, yes.
2 successes from Harriman.
Okay.
One you said, that's a lot of successes. Jesus Christ. 6.
Okay. Then for a total of a total of 11 then. Which like you needed at least 9 to kind of make some progress, because these are weird. They're alchemical in nature. You would
be able to learn that it's not alchemy that you're familiar with, though, Tecton, nor the rest of you. But based on everything you've seen, it's like calculating, like, scrying strength, like what they would need to track, trying to like narrow or hone in on a location. There are like question marks all around, just trying to figure out where this thing went. It looks like they are trying to use the refined antimony gel, probably for like a ritual of some kind, to track and find the location of this thing that they're searching for. And with 11 successes, you would see that primarily it looks like Jurgen and his calculations were planning to feed a lot of the magical energy through Oberlet Manor to like this one specific point in location. But as you are looking at this, you would turn your attention, Kate, to the back portion of the room, and there would be like this massive closed, like almost like wardrobe of some kind with like this like lock on it, like a locked wardrobe.
Well, does it look like the key would fit in that wardrobe too?
Looking at it, probably not, actually. This seems to be like a different lock entirely. Like this big double lock.
Alright, Kay's going to... I mean, guess we could try the same trick in reverse. Cade's gonna summon the rat again.
Okay. You can see kind of like summon kind of like a different, like completely like gray rat. Just looks at you, blinks.
You like apple slices?
No.
Of course not. What do you like?
Seeds. I want sunflower seeds.
I mean, Cade can actually probably just conjure those straight up. Right?
Yep.
You need to look in the rations. That makes my life easier. Alright. I got a nice packet of sunflower seeds for you.
Okay. Who do you want dead?
No one dead, actually.
Oh, okay.
I need some other help.
Mm-hmm.
That wardrobe over there. I need to find the key to it.
Okay.
That's it.
And then he kind of like sniffs around, and as the rat sniffs and like goes all around, goes back up the stairs, you can hear him like scuttling up and down, then comes back. I can't find it. I'll still take the seeds though.
Okay. Fair enough. And so Kate will give him the seeds.
And he'll just start like eating away.
Alright, any other ideas?
Can you summon ants?
Yeah.
Can you summon ants small enough to fit inside the lock?
I'm sure I can try. And Kate will try.
We could try and pick the lock with ants.
I knew you loved ants.
I'll make my own eventually, but right now.
This is actually a very important moment for Jonah. Ants and seeds were mentioned back to back.
I know, I hate it.
And so, ants, please.
Okay. Are you gonna like spend the time to just like conjure
Like a small army of ants?
Yeah. It's ants small enough to fit in that lock and to mess with the tumblers and stuff.
Yeah, like very small ants.
Yeah.
Do you see? Then all of you see like a small army is assembled before Cade. These ants.
All right. Gentlemen, we need to pick that lock. If you get through that lock, there's a sugar cube waiting for you.
Like, you just hear a roar as a million voices go, "You got it, boss!" And the rest of you would just see, like, Cade, like, almost, like, take a step back. You guys wouldn't hear anything, though. And you would...
Dude, they're going for it.
And you would hear as these little ants start whistling a working song.
Cade'll start like tapping his foot.
As they just start going to work like this massive horde, like going up the side of the kind of wardrobe into the lock, and like it kind of like transitions into like a miner's song at some point, Cade, as they are just like going to town on the inside of this lock. Not quickly, as they are ants in this mechanism, and there's not a lot of them. Basically, like, what they are doing is they are like incrementally like moving the tumblers using their bodies, like one at a time. It's gonna take a few hours for them to get it done, but you know they are going to get it done. You guys gonna like wait the 3 hours it would take for them to get this basic lock done?
You want to wait? We want to try another way.
I don't. We really got Ryan.
As we look at this, there's just like an army of ants that's just like it's just going at this lock. And okay.
Yeah. You know, there were easier ways to break this lock.
And you waited to mention it? Okay.
Well, you know,
You have psionics.
I work in
Can
the
I-
mines where the sun never shines nor day does ever appear. With my lamp blazing red on my head and danger I know no fear. And like the ants just keep on going.
Can I use my psionics to open the lock, but also make it look like the ants did it?
Make a mental check.
The ants feel good.
Sure.
You want hero
two-
points?
Sure, I can take hero points.
Okay, I'll give you one reroll to start.
Okay.
My guy. One more.
Okay.
I'll also say like
Brother.
the ants are aiding you, so you can just take a free reroll from them because they have a power score of 1.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, of course, it's the ants.
It's the ants. Well,
My life.
so here's the thing, like, from the inside, as, like, you're trying to, like, help them move, you would hear from the interior, "Cave in! Run! Larry, I'm not gonna make it! Oh no, you're gonna make it! You have a family!" Yes. Like, you just, all you hear this click, and, like, a few ant bodies just come, like, pouring out the bottom. But as you like go ahead and do this, and like the wardrobe begins to swing open a little bit, all of you would kind of freeze in this moment. On the inside of this wardrobe, there is a shrine. Like unlit candles and incense, poems of devotion and love, statues, pictures, and all dedicated to one person. I think Matthias, Cade, Tecton, 3 of you would definitely know who this individual is, and probably you too, Harriman, because you're well-traveled. This is a shrine dedicated to Corania,
Knew it.
goddess of innovation. And it is here we will end the session for today.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
As we pick up next week.
Bro, I
With
already
what
got
this
some wheels
means.
turned in my head. I already know. I figured out the entirety of the rings of Meropis just now.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad.
Yes.
Congratulations, you're so skilled.
Yes.
Bro can figure out the rings of Meropis, but can't figure out to let Harriman use his Scion points to open the lock.
Shit, Chris!
Jesus.
Damn, bro.
Chris is like, I'm done with this fool.
I'm not
Guys,
gonna lie,
John-
I kind of forget about the telekinesis a lot until it becomes useful, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, God, we can just do that.
I absolutely fucked with their working song though.
It's true.
those ants, they're like, we're gonna do it. Generations will perish, but we will open this lock.
Insects are very, very fervent in their desire to help for food.
Uh-huh.
Rats, not so much.
They're picky. Rats are picky. They're
Some like seeds, Colin.
well, some like seeds, some like apples, like it.
I meant like what your yours like, so like seeds.
Oh, Chandrian like seeds.
Okay, cool.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mhm.
Connor,
I
if you're
have
still
to-
listening, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell,
Like and subscribe,
also,
ring the bell.